farm that decided to go to sanctuary life about 10 plus years ago. And Jim used to milk cows and I used to milk goats, and we didn't like what happened to the animals. Even though we tried to be humane, we suddenly realized that there is no such thing as humane farming. So we decided to become a sanctuary. It's a bit of a bumpy road, still trying to raise funds. That's something that we find difficult. We're not used to asking for money, but we have to in order to survive and get the animals taken care of. Piggy Small is full of personality, and he enjoys going on walks, although I worry about the day that he understands his strength and I'll see a volunteer flopping at the end of his lead line going through the field. But he's enjoying life here. Pew Pew came to us from a mother-daughter team. They were taking a stroll along the Charles, I think it was in Cambridge, and there are a group of geese, it's the Charles River geese, and they're domestic geese that had been put there years ago, and the Fisheries and Wildlife wanted to kill them, get rid of them. When the mother and daughter were walking along the path, they noticed this little baby goose was upside down and couldn't right itself. So they picked the little baby up and they brought it home and tried to feed it, but they were having a hard time feeding it. The food wasn't quite right, so I redirected them and recommended that maybe they could bring the goose here. Lucky is a dwarf miniature horse who came from a cruelty case in Upton. And while he is a dwarf miniature horse who can be quite frisky, he is just a love bug. We got him right when we were starting to do sanctuary work, but Jim was still selling hay to make money. And there was one customer that we delivered to that bred mini horses, but they weren't doing a very good job of it. We went up there one day, and at the base of a tree where some of the mini horses were hanging out and eating was this very young dwarf mini horse. And we asked them, what are you going to do with, are you treating this little pony? They said, no, we're just letting him die. Jim and I didn't know what to do. We drove away, we talked about it, and decided to ask if they would be willing to give us the horse, let us take the horse. And he's still kicking. He's been living a long time. Boo Boo is a Chalet cow, a breed originally from France, and we got him from New Hampshire, from a cruelty case. He's very sweet, very gentle. For a steer, he's very gentle. He's just a very gentle boy. He just loves attention, scratches. Smokey is a kitty cat who came to us under his own free will. The chair I'm sitting in was dropped off by someone in the past, and it was sitting in the garage in the sun, And one day, Jim and I were walking by the garage, and we found Smokey sunning himself in this chair. He's a darling. We love him, and there are a lot of volunteers that love him. He's quite a boy.